Hey, what is up, YouTube? Okay, we're taking a look at the Mora Bushcraft Black that I just got. Now, I wasn't actually going to pick this knife up because I have so many other knives. I already had a more robust, which I've actually got right here. And I just didn't really feel like I needed another knife, but I heard so many good things about the Bushcraft Black that I thought I'd get one and just keep it in the collection and see how it does. Now, I've already modified the sheath here, which I think actually came out great. Take a look at all this. There's the knife itself. And as far as the knife goes, there's a ton of reviews out there on it, so I'm not going to get into all the specs. But this is a fantastic knife. It's pretty much similar to the robust, but the blade is just a little bit longer and thicker. But it's still made out of the same carbon steel, and it just has a coating on it to prevent rust. The handle's a little different. The handle's better in my opinion. It's got a little bit of jimping there in the rubber. It's a real nice handle, feels great in the hand. And it does have this really sharp spine on it. I wasn't actually expecting it to be so sharp. I mean, you could probably cut yourself if you ran your finger across that the wrong way. But that'll work great with the fire steel that I have. So we'll take a look at the sheath here. It does have this adjustable clip that you can just pull open and stick right on your belt. So I really like that feature, and it also has full rotation for various carry options, whether it's vertical or horizontal. Okay, so what I did on the sheath here, I have a Swedish fire steel, which I've attached with Ranger bands. Under this Ranger band is Gorilla Tape. I would say, maybe about 3 feet or so. Just enough for, first aid or one little small job that you need to tape. You'll have enough tape for that. And then of course I have paracord. This is actually 850 cord. So it's got 8 inner strands instead of 7, which normal 550 cord has. So it's a more robust, I shouldn't use that term, it's a stronger paracord than your 550. And if you did decide to cut it open and take out the inner strands, you're going to have 8 instead of 7, and they will be stronger. So you're going to have more cordage going with this particular type of paracord. There's not a whole lot of it. It's double wrapped around here, so there's probably about 10 feet. But again, if you did cut that open, take out all the strands, you're going to have about 80 feet plus the outer, so you're going to have about 90 feet of cord there. So that's really good. That's enough to build a shelter. And then I've got, I think, a total of 4 Ranger bands on there. This one actually just keeps the paracord from coming undone. I didn't really knot it or melt it. I just kind of put like a one square knot. I really just laid it under another piece of the cord so it'll come undone easy. But when you put that Ranger band over it, it holds it on there really well. And if you wrap it tight, it's not going to come undone. So I've got combustion, cutting tool, cordage, tape. So I've got 4 of the 10 C's of survival right in this small compact tool. And one other important thing that I have here, you'll see in the tip how that's white. That's actually the drainage tip, or I'm sorry, the drainage hole. So So if you're carrying it and water gets in there, it'll leak out and it won't just fill up and rust your knife because you're carrying a bunch of water in there. But what that white is a piece of cotton. So all you need to do, there's no way to really get it out of there with the knife itself or with your hand, because you cannot stick your finger down that far. But all you'd have to do is just take a little twig, poke it through, and that cotton will fall right out. If you had to use that with the fire steel, if you couldn't find any natural tinder, you could do that. And you're going to have something that you can use to get a fire going, because the fire steel itself is not going to start a log on fire. You could also use the cotton to get a ranger band going, which will really help you if you're having trouble, because those ranger bands burn for like 5 minutes. If it got wet, that cotton's not going to do you any good as tinder. You probably want to get it out of there because it may restrict water from leaking out, plus it'll stay damp, and the tip, I believe, does touch down in there, so the tip would be wet or touching wet cotton if you kept it in there when it was wet. But you know, for knives, you're going to try to keep them as dry as possible at all times anyways. Even with all the stuff I've attached on here, it's still fairly lightweight, so this will be no problem to carry. Considering everything it's got on it, you can just grab it and go. Doesn't make any noise, everything's retained well. This particular sheath has really good retention of the knife, so you don't need any other straps or tie outs or anything to keep that in place. It's going to stay no matter what. The fire steel, it's attached well with the ranger bands. There's an extra ranger band under here just in case one of these breaks or I have to use it, so I have some redundancy there. And of course I wanted to keep everything all black just to stay with the Mora Black theme, so it's real compact and efficient, sleek. So I'm really happy about this knife. It's incredibly sharp. And there it is. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Again, this is the Mora Bushcraft Black. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.